Being intentional about our prevention efforts requires implementing effective strategies that are producing the very thing we hope to achieve. It is important to know how a prevention strategy is going, if there are necessary changes to make, and whether we are seeing long-term change happen in our community. Hi, I'm Steve Miller with Community Partnership of the Ozarks, and this video continues to unpack the 7 components of the Strategic Prevention Framework, or SPF model. In the previous 4 videos, we discussed assessment, capacity building, planning, and implementation. The next step we look at is evaluation. There are 2 types of evaluation to consider: process and outcome evaluation. Process evaluation looks at how your coalition implemented prevention programming, how closely it was implemented to the way it was planned, and how well it reached your target population. When evaluating your process, simply gathering the number of participants served won't tell the whole story. Consider documenting ways that best describe how the intervention is or is not working. Appropriate methods to measure participation include interviews and digital storytelling, using visual images and photographs to capture a unique story. Evaluating the process also means tracking how well program fidelity was adhered to, determining the degree to which a program was implemented as it was intended. If a program maintains fidelity, it is more likely to replicate the positive outcomes of the program's initial intention. Outcome evaluation measures a program's results and helps determine whether a program or strategy produced the changes it was intended to achieve. A good outcome for a prevention strategy is whether it was successful in changing the way the community thinks about the problem, called environmental change. Unlike individual change strategies, environmental change strategies often include multiple activities, each targeting its own set of risk factors or intervening variables, often resulting in policy changes. Ultimately, your prevention efforts will decrease risk factors and/or increase protective factors. Long-term behavior changes are reflected through the data you initially collected in your assessment stage. Collecting data on your own can be a huge task. That is why we suggest the use of data already available. Learn more about finding data sources and analyzing data by contacting Community Partnership's Prevention Resource Center. As we've demonstrated, coalitions will engage in a variety of evaluation-related activities. But the important thing to keep in mind is, evaluation is not a final step. It should be a part of every aspect of the SPF, from assessing needs to communicating results. During an evaluation, you might ask questions like, how successful was the community in selecting and implementing appropriate strategies? Were these the right strategies given the risk and protective factors the community identified? Were community stakeholders involved throughout the entire process? From the beginning, it's important to remember to engage stakeholders who represent the entire community. This will greatly increase the chance that your evaluation efforts will be successful. Plus, it will help you identify potential new partners with whom to collaborate going forward. Once all your hard work begins to pay off and you can show measurable results, it's important to share the results of your prevention work. How you share the results may vary. Options include writing a press release. You can also consider holding a press conference. Other ways to showcase your success is through a webinar or posting results to a website. A well-educated evaluation process might even serve as a model for other prevention practitioners who want to replicate your program. If your coalition decides to develop a presentation for a webinar or a conference, make sure it's in understandable language as well as being organized. When considering a public release of your report, look for a time when you'll have the greatest impact, for example, prior to legislative sessions. Building connections between community priorities and the prevention outcomes is something else to keep in mind. People will be more likely to use the results if designated members of your coalition are available to answer questions after your announcement. Also, consider competing information. Are there results from similar programs that confirm or deny your results? Are there other topics vying for attention? By following these simple strategies, your evaluation process will help pave the way to sustainability. Thank you for watching Helping Everyone Learn Prevention. If you'd like to learn more about prevention at the community level, please contact Community Partnership at 417-888-2020 or visit the web address on your screen.